Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live show. So, sorry for the delay. We've been a bit late. We are waiting on Sasha, but I don't know where she is. So, we're just going to sort of dive straight in. I'm sure Sasha will understand if we start. So, as always, I'm joined by my lovely co host, Amy. How are you going, my lovely?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'll just see if it might just slow it down live now. Oops. Not too many people in the Discord either. Must be a slow day. Where's my initial banner? I'll stick that up while we're waiting.
Mm.
Oops. Jeez. Oh, it's been a long week, long month.
This year's gone so fast too.
Yeah. So, what did we think initially of Whisper, and what was our star rating?
So I gave it 4 stars. I loved the setting just because, as an Aussie, it's not real common to be familiar with the setting that you're reading,
Yeah.
and just to be able to, especially since I live so close to Sydney, I'm
Mm.
familiar with the area that the book's set in. I know the building and I know the
Yeah.
tower and all that, and like I'm quite familiar with it. I mean, even just to be able to picture it half-heartedly, even slightly, was like just a real novelty.
Mm.
But I really loved that. It took a bit to get going, but I did really like it.
Yeah. Yeah, so last read, I gave it 4 stars because I checked Goodreads last night because I was saying in the backstage, but I only got up to page 151 last night on my reread because I'm like, I'm not going to get through this at all this
Mm,
month just because it's been awkward. But yeah, like you say, it definitely took a while to get going. I understand why, but again, I sort of felt like, it needed to that sort of, come on, let's get going a bit. But
mm.
yeah, but then I've never been to Sydney, so I can't really say how accurate it is, but I'd say it is. It felt pretty real from the way she
Mm.
describes it. The
It's
thing I
pretty vague, so it's like if you don't know Sydney, it doesn't matter. So
yeah,
it's all
no,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, but it was nice. It was real nice. But I agree
yeah,
with you. I feel like it stayed with the main character on her own. I think for too long.
yes, yeah,
That's sort of where I struggled. I understood that she, um, how to say this because we're not in spoiler territory yet. I feel like it just before everything came to that first climax, I just sort of felt like
yeah,
they were just with her for so long,
yeah.
and I was like, okay, what's
I get,
happening? Why
mm,
is she there? Like, I just feel like it took a little while to get to that part.
yeah. Well, what we didn't find, she didn't get to more people till what, maybe page 120, something like that, from memory. Because I've only
Mm,
just got to the part where she's found out about other characters, which we will go into a bit shortly.
mm,
Mm.
yeah, I just sort of it was I don't have sort of my initial thoughts written down because I didn't make any notes until chapter 7. I have no idea why.
Well,
But I
okay.
just remember thinking, like, okay, so this is a really crap situation. We don't know why she's in this really crap situation.
Yeah.
And I just felt like they sort of didn't explain anything,
Yeah.
sort of thing, for
No.
ages.
Yeah, I found, well, we'll get into that a bit shortly. And you didn't really find out much about the other
You,
characters till the second half of the book, I think.
mm,
I think
yeah,
that's when the second half is when it really starts to go, holy crap.
yeah. It's like
Yeah,
she saved everything for the second half, I think.
I think so too.
What did you end up rating it first time?
Let me have a look at Goodreads. It should be. Whisper. it didn't really change.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So initially I must have rated it 4 stars, but then in my notes from last year, it's got not as enjoyable on reread, but still enough to keep me interested. And I only rated it 3.5 on reread last year. So,
That is
because
interesting.
on reread,
I'm
it's got,
actually thinking because I don't. Mm, I
yeah.
was actually thinking because I don't remember much. I might drop it to 3 to be honest. That's sort of
Yeah,
stuck
no,
with me.
yeah, because I remember I rated it 4 stars, and then yeah, like I said, good reads, yeah, 3.5 on reread. So,
Mm,
yeah, I think that might
makes
explain
sense.
why. Yeah, I think it might explain to her why I didn't like the sequel. Well, I rated the sequel the same, so.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Well, on that note, I think we might end up just going to spoilers because you can't really talk about too much else without spoiling the book, I don't think.
No, I don't
No.
think so either.
No. All right, so we'll go to the spoiler section. So, what did you think of the? Was it her and Ward, whatever his name was, Landon, or
Oh,
the
I
guy
liked
that
him
said,
to begin with,
yeah,
and I got really stuck as to which version of him was real. And
mm,
I think I ended up landing on that the warmer version of him was like who he actually was, and that
yeah,
he was
when
maybe
you
trying to
first,
hold himself back.
yeah,
But
when you first,
I got he was real hot and cold though, like
yeah.
real hot and cold.
Well, I only got up to the
And
part last.
I noticed,
Sorry,
yeah,
no, you're
yeah.
right. I only got to the
No, no,
part
no,
last.
you're right. I
We've
noticed,
just found out about the secret. We're interrupting each other here. The other half of the facility with all the other speakers and that. I've
mm,
only got up to that part again
yeah,
on reading. Yeah,
that part is very interesting. But then he goes so cold, so fast, and I'm like going, I have whiplash. What's going on?
what's
But
going
I
on here?
noticed that I said that him, Landon, and Enzo, and a couple of the others that I noted straight away, they felt separate from the rest of
Mm,
the institution.
yeah,
Like,
they did.
and I
Yeah,
couldn't sort of work out what I thought at the time, but I was like, they
yeah,
feel different, and now I know why.
yeah.
But yeah, but I definitely thought straight up that he definitely had feelings for her, and that he was definitely sort of
He
trying
was
to sort
holding
of reel
himself
himself
back.
back a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I also picked up straight away that I thought the remnants were really the good guys.
Yes. Yeah, I haven't got up to that part again, but yeah, I remember them being the good guys. Because where's did I have a weapon here somewhere? Yeah, after escaping Lingrad and finding sanctuary with the remnants. Yeah,
I'm like, I just was like, they kind of sound like they have a point,
yeah.
and the fact that her parents kept her away and all of that, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know,
What do we think happened to the
yeah,
parents?
I think they're alive.
I think they
I'm
are
almost
too.
certain they're alive.
Yeah, I can't really remember what happened in the sequel. After yeah, I'll definitely have to reread it because it's yeah. I think it was not memorable enough that I put it out of my head like, it's fine.
I know what that's like. It comes in handy because then you can just reread and it's like it's new, but
Yeah,
sometimes it's nice to remember. But
yeah,
I think they're alive, and I think they, if they're not with the remnants, I think they're with some other group that might be either related to the remnants or
yeah.
similar.
So I'm just putting a thing in Merb's Discord about the live show. I'm really disorganized today. Uh,
It's what it is. It's a Sunday. It's fine.
it's the 1st of October too, so
Exactly. Like everything's happening.
mm,
But yeah, I also it was like a smell a love triangle. So I'm
mm.
like,
She's
really don't
good
know.
looking though.
I actually don't know which of them I prefer yet, so we'll
Yeah.
see.
I'm keen to
But
see everyone's reactions to the second book because I'm remembering now what happens to a certain character. I'm like, okay.
you're like, it's
I'm
gonna
like,
be pain.
oh, I don't know whether people are going to love it or go, what the fuck?
Knowing me, it'll totally be a what the fuck for sure. Because I
Probably.
get real sort of like set in what I want for the characters I read. And then when things get absolutely haywire, I'm like,
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really interested because like it's not like it's super unique a story, but it's certainly not like I don't know the setting, like in
Mm.
terms of the private facility thing.
Yeah.
That's that setting that's been done and done and done and done. And so I sort of feel like I have some idea where it might go, but at the same
Yeah.
time, what their powers are, I've never seen anything like it. So
No.
I feel like I have no idea.
Yeah, I thought that was really well done. Like when they first go to the facility, there's the rocks that sort of keep the powers contained so you can sort of speak
Mm.
normally without screwing everything up.
Mm. I think I find really interesting is I feel like it could have been developed a bit more
Mm,
because it's very short.
it
Like
is.
I didn't think it was very long at all.
How long is it? 300 something pages?
I usually
330.
love a short book, but I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
about
some
330
bits.
pages.
Hmm,
Yeah,
I feel like
330.
the beginning could have been like condensed, and then the rest of it been like
It's
filled
expanded a
out
bit.
a bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
or maybe turn into a 3 book series. You know, I feel like
yeah.
that could have worked really well.
Mm,
But I did like it. It was very
yeah.
entertaining.
Mm. Oh, a lot. The fact that I got up to page 151 last night alone just proves like how good the writing is. It's just, it's addictive writing.
You are so fast, though. Oh my goodness, I could never get that far. Like
Uh,
not without an audiobook, anyway.
mm,
Yeah, no, it was good.
yeah.
Um, can we please talk about Dr. Manning though?
Oh dear God. I want to
I
throw
was
him.
like we know Vanek's bad. We know he's
Oh
awful. He's been awful since the beginning of the book. But
yeah.
Dr. Manning, I'm like, it's one thing to know what's happening and try to lessen your knowledge or your involvement. And to pretend
Mm,
it's not happening is still not great, but that's
yeah.
one side of it. But to actively help, then
Matt
stand by while he
does this. Yeah.
does his thing
Oh no.
and actively help him and bring the people to him.
Mm,
I felt ill. I felt a bit sick actually.
yeah.
I was like, I think I might hate him more than Manic, to be honest.
Oh
I think
really?
he's worse.
Wow.
Yep.
Uh, yeah.
It's
I
one thing not
told.
to have a conscience, but for him to just be like,
Right. Yeah.
I don't
Come
care,
on.
I'm gonna help him. Awful, 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 awful.
Just.
Yeah. Most hated character easily.
Yeah. Well,
But
even the part I got to last night where she's first introduced to the kids and when she finds out that Manning is or Landon's is he Manning's nephew? I think it was.
the other guy that runs it, Rick something. Hang on. Or go to the ebook.
Consult
Go
the
to the
notes.
ebooks. The ebook will tell me. Okay. Whisper. Hmm. Okay. Rick Fallon, the director.
Oh, that's right, Fallon. Yeah, that's right.
Like
Too
him
many
either.
characters. Yeah, way too many
But yeah,
characters.
there's a lot. For such a small book, it's got quite a few characters in it.
Mm.
But yeah, I thought a lot of the comments in the chat were really good as well.
Yeah.
So,
Where is this quote? Let's put it up. Find it. Whisper.
Whisper.
Who's Mindy's comment?
Oh,
The
yeah.
whole
I just came across my thing about Manning. Oh.
secretly collecting
Tracy. Sorry, you go.
Oh, so no. I was just reading Mindy's comment. The whole Vanek secretly collecting samples thing was so very creepy. Kind of surprised this is only a duology. I think it needed to be longer, especially.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
To me, a
I
duology
thought-
is not enough to expand the world enough.
Not unless you write big books like Strange the Dreamer.
Yeah. Or where with some of her other books, you've got like the Prison Healer trilogy was 3 books. Because like the first one's obviously in a prison, but then as you go to the other 2 books, it expands the world a whole lot more. So I kind of think that's probably what she needed to do with this. Make it probably 3 books, but
yeah, it was her first series, wasn't it?
This one,
yeah,
no,
or was
I
Akane
think
the first?
Akane was the first book she ever wrote. Because this one, when was this published?
Akane felt more current, to be honest.
2018. So Akane was published. But I think she had at least a few of these books under her belt before she wrote Whisper. But let's see acknowledgements.
So interesting.
I don't know. Yeah, I honestly think this did need to be 3 books, not 2, because this just, to me, is not. It's not explained. There's a lot to explain in less than 330 pages. And I think, like you said earlier, I think the fact that she took so long in the main character's head to begin with sort of left not enough room to sort of expand the book out, because it sort of went like, okay, we've got the main character here, but then, oh shit, we've got to expand the rest of it too in such a short page count. I'm thinking, yeah, you need to sort of, it's to be, what else did Mindy say? Do you think her parents are alive?
Be interested to see, because I noticed that. Yeah, I noticed that Weapon's like 400, bit over 400 pages, so we might be okay. Might be. That's via the ebook. It says 322 to 755.
Yeah, this one.
I've got the
so yeah.
I've got the double, like the one that's bound together in ebook.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, you find it nice and cheap. So I was like, yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, why not?
And it's about 430-ish on ebook. Yeah. So I'm like, not bad. That might be okay. I'm hoping. But yeah, it should be good. I'm very, very interested to see if there's any sort of time gap, or whether they start like hell for leather right from the beginning. So
from what I remember, I think you pretty much dive in straight away after the events of book 1.
Oh yeah.
There's not much of a time jump, so I think it's pretty much as soon as they escape the facility and get to safety.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Lovely. I am looking forward to it. I realized the other night, I was like, the live show will be soon. That means I can read the second one. It should be good. I do think I will drop book 1 to 3 stars though.
Yeah, I'd probably end up doing that too. Like, I probably won't even just bother with the rest of this. Like, I'm just, it's.
You know what happens.
Yeah, I can probably just jump off from the second book anyway. So
probably.
Yeah. No. What else did Mindy say? So she said about the parents being alive, that would be really fucked up to let your kid believe she murdered you for years. Oh, it would be too, because
that's true.
with the panic attack she had whenever it was brought up last night in the stuff I did read about. There was a conversation between a couple of the other characters where somebody said, I wish you were dead or something like that. And that's what triggered the flashback. I'm thinking, oh my God. Hi.
And I remember.
Hi, Annika. That's totally fine. Like, it's been a weird morning for all of us. Like, we got
100%.
different mix-ups, and it's all fine. But yes, welcome. So let us know what you thought of the book and what you rated it. And we are into spoiler territory now, but feel free to let loose. Yeah, so Amy was just talking about dropping it to 3 stars, and I obviously didn't get to reread all of it, but yeah, mine's probably going to be a 3-star too, I think. Just because, yeah. What else did Annika say? I can't think of any reason that would justify letting your kid believe you're dead. I don't know. I think it does get answered in book 2 from what I remember. So I think we do find out why, if they are alive, why all this happened. Yeah.
Why she's on her own in general.
Yeah.
That'd be good to know.
Yeah, no, I think you do find out.
Because she's what, 16-ish? She's young, if I remember rightly. Like, she's a baby.
Yeah.
Like, leave your child alone.
Yeah, it doesn't actually say. It just says how long she's been in the facility, but I think she's definitely a teenager from what I gather. Yeah.
I was thinking between 16 and 18. Seems about right.
Yeah.
Like, she's so young.
Oh, yeah. I was really confused in the beginning, but liked it. And then I don't know. Okay. What'd you rate it, Annika? I'd like to know. I think we're all sort of having the same feelings about this book at the moment. It reminds me of Ardesia in the end. Now the climax happens. Yes. Yeah, because we were just saying before, like, especially the second half of the book, there's a lot to cram in a book that's only 330 something pages.
Yeah, at least Vardasia's like 500 and something.
Yeah.
Like, it was a big book. It was a good book, but a big book.
Oh, yeah.
She decided she wanted to hurt us with that one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 3 is probably good. I think a lot of us are rating it 3 stars.
Yeah, like, it's not. It's halfway, but it's not halfway because 3 is obviously more than halfway of 5.
3's okay, yeah.
But it wasn't like, I don't know. It didn't feel groundbreaking, I guess, or in any
That
way.
was what I was about to say. Yeah, it wasn't groundbreaking.
Hi, Zoe.
Hi, Zoe. I think daylight savings and the fact that we had the AFL grand final yesterday and everything else is just going. Yeah, no, it's totally fine.
What did you rate it, Zoe?
Because I saw your comment that you really enjoyed it. So we were just all saying that we're probably going to give it about 3 stars because it had potential, but it needed work, I think.
I agree.
Yeah, but it's totally fine. It's time mix-ups and this and that. It's fine.
Well, especially now with you guys being on different time to the southern states now, it's like...
Yes. Oh, my mother and I were having this conversation this morning. We're like, why can't we... Well, I understand WA is behind us because they're obviously on the other end of the country, but can't we all please just keep the time zones the same, please? It'd be
at least on the eastern side, like, I understand the middle's different, but
oh yeah,
like Queensland be different from, like, I'm assuming Tassie does daylight savings too. I'm not sure, but like I know New South Wales and Victoria are, doing daylight savings.
Yeah.
But God, I'm still half asleep.
3.5 stars, very
Pretty
different.
much bang on what we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Yeah. I remember the first time I read it, and when we got to the part where we find out it's based in Sydney, I went, holy shit, it's actually a book based in Australia. Holy
But
crap.
one for us.
Holy shit.
Sci-fi, no less.
Yes.
I had this really weird feeling though when I read it because like I'm so used to reading those sorts of books with an American perspective. So for me it's also more believable to think
Yeah.
of the American government that way
Yeah.
in a fictional context. And I found myself struggling to think of the Australian government like that even in a fictional context.
Yeah.
It was such a weird aspect of it. Even though I loved the Aussie setting, I was like, please tell me we're not that effed up. Please. So I just sort of was like, no, but I liked it as well.
Crazy.
So, but yeah, but I'm like, well, humans are all kinds of screwed up. So
Yeah, true. US is that's fine. That's totally fine.
priorities.
Food is always a priority around here, so
100%. Now I'm hungry. But yeah.
That's really this. Went to Greenwich once from memory. Time zones were chosen originally for shipping trades. Okay, there you go.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I
That
suppose
makes
it does
sense.
something about it.
But yeah,
Mm,
it was a good book though. I did enjoy it.
yeah.
I really want Weapon to be better, but I don't have high hopes.
Now that I've said that I only gave it 3.5.
I'm like, I think I could give it a 4, maybe,
Yeah.
but I don't have super high hopes. I'm under no illusions that it'll be a 5-star book, but
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Like sometimes you just need something that's like quick and easy to read.
Easy read. Well, this is a good question. Are we excited? Yeah, I'm. The fact that I've already read it, and the fact that I only gave it 3.5 stars, and that was just last year. I'm like, but I am interested to see everyone's reactions to Weapon because I remember certain parts of it going, really? Did we really go down that route?
True.
I think from what I remember, I just felt underwhelmed by Weapon.
That's how I think I'll feel. I think I'll enjoy it, but I think I'll be like, this should have been better.
Yeah. You're
Yes.
good.
Yes.
I was saying earlier, I've never been to Sydney, so I'm not really the expert on places in Sydney, but the way it was described was really good. So
her books have got a very obvious this Australian veneer all over them. Like you can't miss this sort of Australianness about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I like. Like listening to American obviously not in this case, it was definitely an Aussie narrator in this case, but the fact that even the Arcane, the Madoran Chronicles narrators were saying Australianisms in their American accent.
Yeah.
I was like, they should have gotten an Aussie. But yeah, no, it was good. I've been to the QVB, which is the Queen Victoria Building where Centrepoint Tower is like, I think it's inside it if I remember rightly.
Okay.
And so when you come out of the elevator, you actually can walk straight into the shops and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I'm just going through the rest of Discord, see. What? I'm just looking at Annika's comment in the Discord. She's, I hope we're not going to get a Chaos/Ward love triangle.
Oh, we totally.
I wouldn't be surprised. I can't remember what happens in Weapon enough to predict anything, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it feels too YA for them not to do a love triangle. I mean, I'd like polyam, rep, that'd be great. Like, but
Yeah. Yeah,
this is
no.
one of those things. I'm like, we need another 10 years of,
Yeah,
of books for polyam to be way more common. I think,
yeah.
but I can't decide which one of them I like because I'm not sure I like either of them yet.
Yeah,
So
that's what I was sort of they seem a bit both seem
controlling. That's how they
Mm,
seem to me.
yeah. Been reading a lot of smutty books lately, so I'm hoping for a reverse harem white shows with with Will and Carol. I
Person
would
can
if
dream.
that was the case, but being YA, I don't think so.
Now they get touchy about that stuff with teenagers.
Yeah,
About the idea that a girl could have two boyfriends.
yeah.
Hey, the day I see teenagers being like, "Well, I don't want to be monogamous," I will be like, "That's a good day."
What else? Let's see if anyone else knows. So Meredith said in the Discord that the main character in this reminded her a lot of the main character in Prison Healer, very aware of their situation but acting passive to protect themselves. Well, that's an interesting point
Mm.
too. Because have you read Prison Healer?
I've got the whole series, but I haven't read it yet.
Okay. I know
I'm
Sash
looking
was.
forward to it.
I know Sash was talking about reading those ones as well at some stage.
As well.
I think it was in well, probably early next year sometime. I think because we definitely won't get to it this year, especially now that we're so close to what we're couple months away from Christmas.
Mm.
I'm thinking, oh dear God.
I'm trying not to think about that. Actually, I've
Oh,
just come across Tracy's comment. I think this is really an interesting point.
mm,
Tracy's gone, so I'm up to chapter 11. I don't understand why someone didn't sit her down and explain everything to her. None of the harsh treatment makes any sense, especially given the Fallon said they're supposedly treating speakers more humanely than the first round subjects.
yeah, that's sort of
I'm like, why? Like, that just made me
yeah.
just go, oh my God, why didn't they just say something? Because she'd been there for
Why?
like a couple of years.
What?
So I'm
Yeah,
like,
2 years, 6 months, 14 days, 11 hours. There.
oh God, so long.
Yeah, it's yeah. I don't know why no one sat it down and said that, but
I was
unless
like,
it's
that's such a good
because of
point.
the fact that she's like a creator, so she's like one of the more powerful speakers.
Mm.
Because they talked about that in the bit I read last night. I thought, that is, yeah, I suppose, but still,
It feels flimsy, their reasoning
it
in
does.
the book.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, yes, this. Why?
That, exactly.
Hmm. Unless they thought they might break it down first before they had to intervene with that. Well, whether because they weren't getting anywhere, but I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Maybe he just found out about it, and that's why he
Maybe
was.
too.
And then,
Well, on the reactions he had to some of the treatment she had in the
oh yeah,
past.
he got mad.
Oh yeah, well, I wonder whether he didn't know about it because the fact that he had that
Mm.
reaction to it, like the fact that he was pissed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
was like,
think
"We're meant to be the good guys. What the hell?"
what the fuck are we doing? Yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
mm,
That's so
yeah.
interesting.
I
I
don't
remember
know.
reading that comment, but I forgot all about it.
Yeah, I did too.
Hmm, that's
Mm.
very interesting.
Well, yeah, I sort of wonder whether they kept him in the dark because, like we said, his reaction to finding out the treatment is like, "What the actual fuck?" Yeah,
Well, I know Cammy was in the dark about a few things,
yeah,
so it wouldn't surprise me if they had landed in the dark too.
yeah. I think they had a lot of people in the dark, to be honest.
100%.
Yeah. Mm, what a mess. 11. Oh no, that was Tracy's comment, chapter 16. I'm betting that the remnants aren't the bad guys. Leonard is making them out to be. I don't trust Manning or Fallon. I don't think we trust any of them, do we?
Tracy was on the money. I didn't see Manning coming at all.
But the trainee guy knew the whole time. That's characters' names. Yeah,
Enzo, I think.
Yeah, Enzo. Yeah, I didn't mind him.
I'm like, he's got a little bit of groveling to do, in my opinion, but I like him.
Yeah. From what I reread last night, I like him. So yeah, no, I think it is about time we can't remember who the hell's who. Yeah, I definitely think this isn't her strongest work, to be honest. No. Especially when we've all come off the Madoran Chronicles and we're like, oh my God, we can't wait for the next book. And we've gone into this and it's like, it's fine.
I am so ready to get Caldora. So I'm like, come on, November.
Yes. Oh, I've already got the print off ready for me reading journal. I'm like, oh my God, just hurry up.
I've got a pre-order. It was the very first book I've ever pre-ordered ever.
I only pre-ordered mine the other day because QBD was doing the signed copies. I'm like, yeah, yes.
Actually, no, I think I ended up getting a signed copy from somewhere else, though. I can't remember where. But I think I managed to pick up a signed copy, I think.
Yeah.
I'll be really bummed if it's not, though.
Yeah. I think it's the 31st.
November.
Yeah, very beginning of November, I think.
Or it could be the end of this month.
October. QBD was their website. I shall Google it. So it's 31st to the 10th, according to QBD. So yeah, very end of this month. I'm so excited.
Oh, that's exciting. It's so much sooner than I thought.
I know. It'll be here before we know it. I can't believe how fast the year's just gone.
Tell me about it.
Oh, I'm like,
about it.
2024. I'm like, oh, shut up, please.
I don't think about that. Do not want to think about that. I'm getting so close to my birthday.
Where they fall on the scale of Madoran Chronicles to Whisper. So I know Amy hasn't read them, but I have. So I definitely think that I need to reread the Prison Healers series to give you my final answer. But at the moment, it's Madoran Chronicles, Prison Healer, and then Whisper is down the bottom in terms of favorite books that she's written.
I honestly thought I would rate Whisper higher because I'm such a sci-fi person. Like, I rate sci-fi generally higher than fantasy. Yeah. And so I was hoping it would be better.
Yeah, the fact that you've rated it lower too, I'm thinking, yeah.
It's making me wonder. Oop.
My leg was getting stiff, so I got to stretch out.
I've knocked everything before a few times.
Sorry for the vertigo.
But I'll be very interested to see whether I rate the Whisper Weapon duology higher than the Prison Healer series. I don't think I will. I really don't. I'm a bit picky, but who knows?
Yeah.
I'm going to hold off and see if we end up reading them after we read everything else.
From the way Sasha was talking, I wouldn't be surprised if we do, because I think the fact
might as well read the whole lot.
Well, may as well, because the fact that everybody's been enjoying the read along for the Madoran Chronicles too, it's been great. I really enjoyed it.
I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, so Annika, so at the moment it's Madoran Chronicles, the Prison Healer trilogy, and then the Whisper duology. Yeah, it's not my favorite, and in all honesty, I wouldn't miss it if I unhauled it. So
strong words.
And
I don't know.
this is coming from
Here
the
you go.
girl who owns the Fairy Loot editions of the Prison Healer trilogy. So
They are pretty. They're very pretty though.
they are, yeah. Worth every penny.
Love it.
Worth every cent.
Hmm. It's a
Yeah.
different hobby, I tell you, book collecting.
Oh yeah. Definitely worth it. Now, let's see. It's a shame Meredith's not here because I'll be keen to see her reactions to it.
Yeah, she's off being annoying and social.
Yeah. Interesting that her first books were the best. Yeah.
It's
Well,
not common, is it?
no. And the fact that I think because I have such an emotional attachment to those books too, like the fact that as soon as each book came out, I pretty much read them within the space of maybe a day. Was yeah. I will kindly glad let me go grab them. Oh, my leg working.
Yeah, it's probably good to have a walk around.
Yeah. Even though I walk around for a living. Right. I rearranged my top shelf the other day too, so I've got most of my collector's edition on one shelf. Alrighty. So that one's the Prison Healer. And I'll show you the artwork as well because it's. Let me find the jacket. Oh, I'm just obsessed with the artwork.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, I think this is my
That's so
favorite
pretty.
art. Yeah, it's probably my favorite artwork of the 3 dust jackets. Because the other 2, I'm like, the artwork's fine, but this was definitely the prettiest one of the 3.
It's very romantic.
Yes. Right, so that one's the Gilded Cage. I just love the
Ooh, I
sprite.
like that.
Yes. And that's
Is that a foil cover?
yes. So it also has the artwork
Oh,
on it.
so pretty.
Yes. So that's the artwork for the Gilded Cage.
I see what you mean. That's definitely not as
Yeah,
good as the first one.
no, it's I think they use the same artist for the 3rd book too. Just the way the artwork is.
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
not as evocative
yeah,
as the first one. Like the first one's really
it's really good.
emotional.
Yes, that's. I love that the blood trade is the purpley color for the
It's
fairy leaf
pretty.
edges. Well, actually, the 3rd one's not so bad in terms of artwork. So that's they've all got
That's
4.
gorgeous. It's beautiful.
Actually, I don't mind this one as much as the second. This one's a lot nicer than the second one. Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
First, then third, then second, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Because
You'd
originally
almost want to.
I missed out on the first edition because I wasn't a member of Fairy Loot at the time, and then somebody was selling it on Depop for a pretty good price. I'm like, I'll take it. It's so pretty. And then I end up snatching these up from Fairy Loot themselves. I'm like, yes.
Love that.
Yeah. And then that's what they all look like together.
Oh, so pretty.
And I love how they've got the sort of different.
That's lovely.
Yes. They'll do us from QED. Nice. Yes. They've still got signed copies for anyone who wants to know who's in Oz. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they'd be
Fairy
beautiful.
Loot I'd buy them in an instant.
And especially, I love the covers of just the stock standard editions. Like they're just beautiful. They're just really pretty. So I just think, a special edition of the Madoran Chronicles would be.
It would be nice.
Gorgeous. It'd be absolutely beautiful.
Because I think there's not too many of those out. Because at the time, I think you could only get them in Australia, but I think they're slowly working those ones overseas. So
Yeah, she's finally getting a following with the Prison Healer series
yeah,
and all that.
I think the Prison Healer series really kicked off the fascination with her as an author from overseas. So yeah, which is great. I love it.
Yeah, like seeing
Yes,
more Aussie authors get their books out there.
yeah. Especially when Fairy Loot can do editions like that. I'm just yes, I'll take it.
100%.
Mm. I've seen Fairy Loot just did the Fortuna Sworn series. I'm like, stop it. I didn't like the first book, but holy shit, I'm like, ugh, stop it.
I read the first one and was like, this is fine. I
Yeah,
didn't think anything special.
it reminded me too much of Akatar.
The only thing I thought that was particularly original about it was Oliver. Is the guy that she sees when she goes to sleep.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
I thought that was good. But it wasn't enough to make me want to keep watching. I'll keep reading, sorry.
yeah. No, I think I only gave the first book 2.5 stars. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Maybe the audiobooks one day.
Mm. I know Sasha really enjoyed them, so
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, I'm sorry Sasha isn't with us today. I hope everything's okay. We sent her a message. Yeah, but she does have kids too, and it's almost the end of school holidays here in Queensland, so I wouldn't be surprised if everything's just gone.
Good question.
I'm trying to think. Yeah.
I think my favourite authors are American, to be honest. I don't read a lot of Australian authors.
Yeah, most of the books I have are either US or UK authors. Oh, Jessica Townsend.
Yes.
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 Yes. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's a good one.
she is the author of the Nevermore series. Because I only just recently pre-ordered the special editions of the first 3 books. I'm like,
Let me see who I've got on my Australian author shelf and see if I can find anybody else.
I don't think I've even.
I'm not very good at keeping up with it, but there might be someone that I want to recommend.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely looking at Jessica Townsend.
Yeah, 100%. She's so good.
Yeah, sorry, I was about to type that. Yeah.
Okay, I've got 18 books on here.
Australian authors. Who the hell is Australian?
Ellie Mann. She's very good.
Vanessa Len is another one. She wrote Only a Monster. She's an Australian author as well.
Evie Mitchell. If you read Smart, Not My Type, is incredibly good. It's a disabled author, Australian author, disabled representation.
Yep.
And how to navigate being sexy while being disabled as well.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's really good. I loved it. And the rest I haven't read yet. So we've got like Eva Ramsey, Sophie Gonzalez, Sarah Krasnerstein, but that's a nonfiction. Holly Ringland, Craig Silvey, Larissa Brent. Like there's a few in there.
There's a few.
I hear very good things about Terra Nullius by Claire G. Coleman, but I haven't read it yet.
Yeah. It's just that Claire Coleman.
Yeah. Very interesting apparently. I've got Terra Nullius and Enclave, and I've been told that don't bother reading Enclave.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I think Erin didn't like that, did she?
She very much didn't like it, yeah. Oh, really? I was tempted to read it first so that I didn't hate it as much. But she's like, just don't read it. I'm like, okay, I won't read it.
Yeah, when Erin said that, I'm like, wow. For her to say that, I'm like, yeah, it must have been bad.
Yeah, she doesn't usually have such strong feelings. And when she says something's bad, I'm like, okay, maybe not.
But then again, I liked Fourth Wing and she didn't. So.
I loved Fourth Wing myself. I gave it 4 stars. Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I probably still will end up reading Enclave. It's just what order, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm also not as good at picking up bad writing yet. So I'm getting there, but I almost don't want to get more critical because it kind of kills your enjoyment a little
Yeah.
bit. So,
Oh, that's a bit like me. I just like, okay, if a book's good, I'm like, yeah, I liked it. If not, I'm like, it
yeah,
was shit. I don't get too deep into my reviews.
yeah.
I
And I
think
agree with Zoe.
worst book I'm ever probably read recently was it Hide by Kirsten White? Holy fuck, that was terrible.
I have heard so many bad things that I'm just like, I don't like thrillers and horrors that much anyway. That
Oh,
I'm just
there
like,
was
nah, I'm fine.
a comment in Sufferathon that somebody made about it. Oh, let me find it. It was hilarious.
Mm.
Uh,
Oh, I DNF'd one by Alexis Osborne. That was bad. That was so bad. And it's really annoying because I liked one of her other books. I gave it 2 stars and DNF'd it. I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to finish this.
okay. Oops, shit.
Oh, and sorry, bro. Turfed that one real quick too.
Yeah.
I should not as quick as I should have. I read half of it.
Oh, I want to find that comment because it was absolutely hilarious. Uh, uh, where the hell was it? It was freaking hilarious. I might be finding it. Oh, here you go. So Jewel from July Reese called it a 6-year-old's version of an adult novel.
Wait a minute. Which one was that one again?
Hide by Kirsten White.
Oh God, I literally haven't heard anything good about it.
No, it was terrible. I remember Liv and I were reading it at the same time, and we're like, "Holy fuck, this book is terrible."
So
I think
bad.
that and the 5th book of Outlander were the most recent books. I'm like, why does this book exist? Basically, Outlander 5 was okay. Where are we going to today? When's the last time we're going to go to the toilet? What's happening today? It was just repetitive. I'm like, can something happen, please? I think maybe 2 people died, and that was about it. And we moved from place. I'm like,
I devoured the first book.
mm.
I finished the second book, but it was so goddamn slow that I was like, I just couldn't face picking up the third book. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I was like, no.
Because Sierra from Sierra the Book Addict and I were doing the read along last year, and I got up to book 5. I'm like, you know what? I give up.
Yeah. I didn't even make it
So,
past. I think it was halfway through season 4 with the show. I was just like, no, I'm done. I'm done.
oh, season 5 was just slow. It was boring.
Well, that brutal scene, if you know the one.
Yeah, I know that in series 4.
That was enough. That was me going, no, I'm good.
No, I know them. I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, no, that was hard to watch for me.
Like, that was horrible.
Seriously?
I couldn't do it. I was like, this did not need to be on telly. Like, no, they don't need to do this. It was awful.
No.
It was legitimately. I found it traumatizing. I was like, I couldn't bring myself to go back, and I thought it's fine. I'll get past it and I'll go back and I'll watch the rest. And I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, no. No, it wasn't series 5 that was slow. I think it was series 6. What is that name? Series of? I have a DVD for it somewhere. Might have been series 6 that's slow. Yeah, that was series 6. That was the most slow. I'm like, oh, is anything going to happen in this? Please.
It made me sad because for the most part, I enjoyed the series a lot.
Yeah, and it is good. Yeah.
Yeah, I was enjoying where it was going, and then that happened, and I was just like, oh my God.
Really? Yeah. No.
Pretty much.
It does happen in the book too. I'm like, why? Just why?
Like, do we have to put that sort of stuff in? I don't think we need to put that stuff in shows.
Yeah, I love it.
I'll
I read Jawline's comment. Yeah, 6-year-old's version of an adult novel. I'm like, yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
yeah, I'm just not gonna read it. I'm not gonna
No,
put myself through it. It
no.
doesn't sound remotely like my thing at all.
That was the disappointing thing. Like the concept was really good because it was basically, this group of people in an abandoned fun fair, and you had to. It was a competition for however much money it was, but it was just executed so poorly. I'm like, oh, you had a great concept and you fucked it.
That's a
Yeah,
shame.
I know.
She's been so lauded for some of her other books.
I do have some of her other books too, like the Camelot series. So it'll be interesting to see whether I like them or not, or whether I just turf them.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, I've got plenty more books on these shelves I need to get through. So.
Yeah. I'm trying to read them and not spend money at the moment because
Yeah, I'm trying.
everything's expensive.
Yeah, it is true. Well, did anyone else have any other comments that they want to make? Or Amy, did you have any other thoughts or predictions for book 2?
No, but I will predict that it's going to be 4 stars. I have a feeling it's going to be a little better, but I
Yeah,
don't think it's going to be much better.
much better. Yeah. I definitely think for me, it'll be interesting to see if I end up actually reading through it again. Despite knowing the fact that I only rated it 3.5, and the fact that I've started rereading this again last night, and I'm like, you know what? I know what happens. I don't really care.
You can't even get the audiobooks now either.
No. Well,
Really annoying.
the thing with the audiobooks too is I've got to be doing something to listen to it. I can't just sit down and listen. I've got to do other stuff.
That's fair.
Yeah, because
I was
otherwise,
able to keep my mind busy.
otherwise I fall asleep.
I feel that. I do the same thing with ebooks, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay, then, well, we might wrap it up here. So, thank you everyone for joining. I'm sorry there was a bit of confusion with the live show, but as I said before, it's daylight saving for other people. It's a long weekend. It's football grand finals. There's a lot of stuff happening at the moment. The parents are still alive. I can't think. Yeah, true. Very true.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Whatever it is, it better be good.
It better be. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what happened with that, but yeah. I know we do find out what happens. Okay, then, well, thank you everyone for joining. As I said before, I'm sorry there's been confusion, but hopefully next time there won't be confusion. So the next live show will be on Sasha's channel. Obviously, we'll post in the Discord when that will be. But thank you to Amy for joining me yet again.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. All right, everybody, we will end it here. And thank you, Zoe. That's yep. All right, everyone, we shall see you for Weapons live show. Bye.